Are we allowed to play music, or are you going to get copyrighted?
I'll get copyrighted. I will get
Let me
severely
turn
copyrighted.
that down a little bit. All right.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but I'll get copyrighted.
All right.
Hello, good peoples, and welcome back to the 12th episode of Auto Eats and Beats. Today I have my good friend Coy, and we are in his Mustang. Yeah, let's drive, and you can tell us a little bit about your Mustang and, how you got it and stuff.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's go.
So, first off, why the Mustang? I mean, we've had this conversation a little bit earlier, but why a Mustang? Why not, a Camaro or a Corvette or,
Well, honestly, it's the cheapest sports car.
Fair enough.
So it's worked in my price range, and that's how it ended up.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So we'll put a picture up of the Mustang. Why the color? The color is a bold statement, bold choice. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it's a bold choice. This bright orange, it's like almost burnt orange color. What was the choice behind that?
Well, honestly, looking online, I absolutely hated the color. I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna be driving in an orange car. But we went to the dealership and we saw it sitting there. I haven't even pulled in the dealership yet, and I was like, holy crap, that's an amazing car. Like I want that color.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, I personally, I don't know that I'm a big fan of orange. It doesn't look bad, though. I have to say, on most cars, I think it would look bad. I think there are very few cars that could pull off orange. I think the Mustang, Lamborghini, and probably Corvette are probably some of the very few that could actually pull off orange. So you did well, because I don't know that you would be able to afford a Lamborghini.
Not yet. Maybe after
one
college.
day.
College.
Yeah. Well, let's hit some intro music, and then we'll get more into the Mustang and the year, make, model, all that great jazz. You can tell us about some of that kind of stuff. So let's hit some intro music.
So this is a V4 EcoBoost.
Okay.
And it has a stock turbo in it. So it has basically the same amount of power as the V6.
Yeah.
But it's better on gas mileage.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think that's probably one of the best things that Ford ever did was with the EcoBoost. And I think I first saw the EcoBoost in the F-150.
Mm-hmm.
When they made the F-150, I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool feature, because that was really essentially Ford's introduction into the hybrid world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a really great choice. Now, personally, I'm a V8 guy. Always have been. I mean, I drive a Lincoln. It's got that, V8, that American classic V8. It is made by Ford, so essentially the same thing. Yeah. So what year is this?
This is a 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Got it straight off the lot, 30 miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know that I could imagine being that wealthy.
Hey, I'm not that wealthy now. It's just I've been blessed,
Yeah. It's an awesome car. It feels very smooth for a Mustang. All of the Mustangs that I've ever ridden in, obviously, they're Mustangs, Corvettes, most of the sports kind of muscle cars are a little bit lower to the ground. So you can feel pretty much every single bump, every piece of gravel that you drive. Like, you can feel it all. This is honestly not that bad.
Well, so far we've been on pretty decent roads, but if you go on a patchy road, you can feel every little thing.
Really?
Yeah, like if I pull into the parking lot behind Venable, it's terrible. Like I can feel every little.
Okay, so that's something that Ford hasn't fixed.
Yeah,
They're still lacking in that area, I guess. Well, it's a really, really neat car. Is there anything, have you thought about doing any mods or anything like that? Or is this just, I'm a stock guy when it comes to cars. If it didn't come with the car, then there's no reason it should be on it unless, I'm putting flamethrowers in my exhaust pipe or something. That's a little bit different. Otherwise, like, I believe that there is a reason why the car was built the way it was, so don't mess with it. Don't change it. So have you thought about any of that kind of stuff, or what's your idea on that?
So I actually have a few mods already.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that spoiler I put on myself with
really?
Stepdad. Yep.
Wow.
We did that ourselves.
That's very nice.
We fucked it up. We messed it up the first time.
Yeah.
And had to like re-drill holes, but it's all covered,
oh my
so
gosh.
like you can't really tell.
Yeah. And no, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly thought the spoiler came with it when I walked up to it. I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, we did a very good job putting it together.
Nice.
And then also when I got this car, it was baseline, cloth seats. It was, it just had the performance wheel package or whatever.
Okay.
It just had the wheels on it. Yeah, so I took it up to Roanoke and I got the seats reupholstered.
Yeah.
They're all leather with orange stitchings now.
Yeah, I saw the orange stitching.
Yeah, so that's a little mod I got to do. Also got heated seats put in it.
Okay, but those aren't the kind of mods that I was thinking.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
All of these are like, that's just
understandable. Just a exterior looking. It's like make it look better, Yeah, I haven't done anything to the engine yet. I'm not allowed to until it's paid off. But yeah, I'm waiting on getting this paid for, and then I'll do some pipes or something, and then I'm gonna get black rims for it.
Okay.
To like black out.
So you're a blackout kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm a chrome guy. I like the classic chrome look. I'm a big fan of just that, that bright, shiny look. I think the blackout stuff is really cool on certain cars.
Yeah, I'm the same way with chrome. I think it looks really cool on certain cars, but like not on.
It's like, if I have some carbon fiber, like for instance, there's the Aston Martin Vulcan. With that, with the carbon fiber and stuff. That looks really cool blackout. Like the chrome, it just doesn't look right. It looks too kind of flashy almost. So that's where I'm at with that. I would prefer to do blackout on most carbon bodies. Now, anything other than that, I really like the chrome look. I think it just has an overall better
Do you want to go over there first?
Yeah, I think we can turn around and go over there. Yeah, before they close.
Yeah, make sure we get.
Yeah. Speaking of, so okay, for our listeners and I guess even our viewers, we're gonna go stop by a pizza place, get some pizza. It's a wood fire pizza food truck. But since we're kind of talking about food and stuff, obviously we want to know what your favorite food is, but really and truly, like, when you go out to a restaurant, what is like your go-to restaurant? What is your, okay, I gotta go here. Like if you're going out with buddies or whatever, where is that go-to place? Like for me, my go-to, if I want something, large meal, small meal, snack, drink, whatever, my go-to place is I go fast food and I go to Sonic. That's my place. That's my go-to choice. Now, obviously, if I'm going on a date or whatnot, I'm gonna go take the lady to a nice sit-down restaurant. You gotta treat the ladies right. But for the most part, I'm a Sonic kind of guy. I like Sonic, and I have taken I took a girl out to Sonic on our first date. So I have done the Sonic thing for a date too, and it worked. It seemed pretty great. So, but yeah, what's your go-to restaurant?
My go-to restaurant. If I'm just like hanging out, I'd probably say like Chick-fil-A. Okay. Honest. That's always it's always good each time. Like I don't have to worry about it being hit or miss.
Yeah,
so
I guess
it's reliable. You
Oh
know,
yeah, the customer service
oh
is great. Christian, we
yeah, of
like
course,
the
yeah, the values.
yeah, the values is that's like probably the best thing. In all honesty, that's probably why Chick-fil-A is so popular, is because of their values,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, because their values reflect everything about them. Like their
Yeah,
customer service is based on
exactly.
that.
Okay, so when I go to Chick-fil-A, I always get the exact same meal. I get the chicken sandwich,
Oh,
every single time.
classic.
Because I like the pickles, and that's the vibe for me. So what's your go-to meal?
I'm more of a spicy chicken sandwich guy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and I love their mac and cheese. So always,
Oh,
always got to get a side of that mac and cheese.
okay. I've never had, and don't hate me for this, don't hate me, but I've never had Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese
Oh my
ever.
god,
Like that's just never been a thing for me. So I don't know. Is it really that way? Like,
it's
is it better than homemade, or is it about equal, or where are we putting this mac and cheese? Because
well,
if you watch the podcast, Caleb and I, we get pretty serious about our mac and cheese now. So where's the ranking for this?
I would say it's probably like the best fast food mac and cheese you can get. Which I know it's
Wow.
not saying much. It's not saying much because you got like KFC.
Okay, but
Like
what
they
about
got,
like
but
sit down restaurants? How would it compare with mac and cheese to most sit down restaurants? Take like, like an Olive Garden or something like that,
oh yeah, I would definitely take it over Olive Garden.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like it's so good.
That's okay. That's kind of surprising. I like it. That's nice. Okay, so overall, what's your favorite food just in general?
Favorite food in general.
I'm a tortellini guy. I like pasta. I like tortellini.
Pesto tortellini does sound good.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. So what would be your favorite meal? Like, that meal you gotta have, your mom cook for you, girlfriend, whoever it is. What's that meal?
so a good home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I do love a good grilled steak. You know,
Ooh, grilled
like
steak.
just a
Yeah.
just a like a fillet or like a New York strip on the grill.
Okay, so okay, that's fair. I'm more of a ribeye guy. I mean, I think I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm a ribeye guy. Now, I like the skirt steak. I could definitely do filet for sure. New York strip, yeah, I mean, that's
Oh, really?
yeah, I can
That's
do
like one
that,
of my
but
favorite
I'm
cuts.
I'm definitely a ribeye kind of guy. Now, ribeye is also like more expensive,
Mhm.
so it's just something that I don't eat very often. So I think that's why I like it more, is because, it's more of a treat to get, because it's one of those things, when
Yeah.
I go out and have a nice meal or whatever, it's like, that's more expensive to get an 8 ounce, you know,
Mhm.
ribeye. So I think I enjoy it more because I don't get it that often, if that makes any
Oh yeah.
sense. So, like, for me back home, my mom cooks tortellini and pastas constantly because that's just what I love, and she knows that. So, is there like a reoccurring, is your New York strip, is that, a reoccurring
Oh no,
thing,
that's just
or
once in a while. Once in a
okay.
blue moon. Yeah.
That's one of those favorites, like my ribeye thing.
Yeah.
All right.
But a reoccurring meal that like ooh.
Like, is there that
It's
one?
been so long since I've been at home and like
That's so
someone's
fair.
actually like cooked for
Everybody's
me.
had moans recently. It's like the
Uh
only thing you've had was turkey from
yeah.
Thanksgiving. Oh
The
gosh.
salad from Moans is like better than anything they've cooked in a while. That's what I had for dinner last night was a salad and a turkey sandwich
Oh gosh. No, they're starting to run low on.
on the good side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
just
and they
trying
don't
to get
have,
rid of stuff.
nobody has any drinks anymore. They finally
Oh
got
my
drinks
gosh.
refilled.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I was so mad. It's like, come on, just order new food.
Yeah.
Like, it'll last. Heck, you don't even have to order that much. We'll eat it anyways. Everybody's so sick and tired of eating the same thing, so anything new will go pretty quickly. But yeah, back to it. What's the do you guys is there that one meal that family cooks quite often, or like that you would cook quite often? A lot of guys, that I've talked to always say ramen, but that's because,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what's readily available as a young college student.
Yeah. I love quesadillas or like
Ooh,
homemade Mexican food. Like
okay. I can
my
vibe
family's
with
not
that.
Mexican, but they make pretty decent white people quesadillas and enchiladas.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's, I mean, that's completely fair. My mom makes great, like Mexican and okay, when it comes down to it, I think my mom makes, foreign foods better than she does American food.
Oh yeah.
Like when it comes to the Italian stuff, all of our pasta, she does phenomenal. When it comes to Mexican, it's like she goes all out, makes the full spread.
Mm-hmm.
She does Indian food, which is
Indian.
great. Oh yeah, get some of the curry chicken,
Hmm.
and lamb if we have lamb. Yeah, it's great. And then it's like, then and she's always trying all of these meals, but it's like when it comes to American foods, I guess we just don't eat too much when it comes to American style, just because I guess it's, worse for you to kind
Yeah.
of cook that kind of stuff. And my parents are pretty good about eating healthy. My dad, on the other hand, he can cook up some mean burgers. He does pork burgers. And oh my gosh, we smoked pork burgers. I don't know if we did it this last summer or the summer before,
Mhm.
but he had the smoker out and he was smoking some meat and he was making brisket and stuff. And so he smoked some pork burgers. And I guess technically, burgers are probably that's not exactly an American thing. I guess that's more of a German thing, but still, nonetheless. He did some smoked pork burgers. Is the thing. And I had never had I mean, I've had pork burgers, but pork burgers are a different breed of burgers. They taste a million times better. So yeah. Been listening to any music recently?
Um, that's honestly, I've tried to, but I just haven't really gotten around to finishing anything,
Just
like any full albums.
trying to get homework done or whatever.
Yeah, like
Been busy.
just haven't gotten a chance to. It really, like the Juice World album just came out like
Yeah, I know.
last weekend, and I was
Ugh.
gonna listen to it, but I ended up working all weekend with over break, and then just school's been really on me right now.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, let's go grab some food
Yeah,
and then we'll come back to this and we can chat some more. Talk about some more music stuff.
yeah.
Sweet, let's go grab some food.
All right.
It's a great day outside too.
Oh yeah, beautiful. For a day in December.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like it's warm enough to wear shorts, but it's not too hot, you know.
Yeah. I don't know about the shorts thing. I don't know about that. I'm not that crazy.
Oh well,
I gotta have jeans on.
I love my shorts.
I
So.
know you. That's like all you ever wear. It'll be 13 degrees outside, and I'll see you walking around in shorts. You like your upper body. You'll have like bundles on, but you just be walking around in shorts.
Oh yeah, like my mom used to hate it when I was in like middle school, high school. I used to get mad because she wouldn't let me wear my shorts.
Okay, that's different. I did that when I was younger. Now that I'm an adult, I don't do that crap anymore. I realize how stupid that is. I used to not like. I was like, oh, I'll wear shorts in freezing cold weather. It'll be fun. Yeah, it was fun then. It's not fun now. Now it's just cold. I like Little Caesars too, but when it comes down to it, I'd much rather have something cooked, wood fire. Heck, the best pizza I ever had was at this little tiny restaurant right outside of Vatican City. It was in Rome, and I went there. One of my friends and my brother's girlfriend was there, and although they weren't dating at the time, and so we went, and I had this margarita pizza,
Mm.
and it was the best pizza I think I've ever had. It was just phenomenal. It was great.
Yeah, that's real Italian pizza right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's real pizza though. So that's probably not really a fair
yeah.
comparison. But it was the best pizza I'd ever had, and I was like, then you come back to the States and you're like, I don't really want Papa John's.
Domino's.
Yeah, nah, I don't want any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, have you ever had Mellow Mushroom?
Mm-hmm.
They got some pretty good pizza. Like I actually I like that.
They have really good pizza. Actually, one of my first gigs I played a couple gigs before that, but like my first real gig
Mhm.
was at a Mellow Mushroom.
Oh,
Yeah, with my brother came and played. One of my best friends back home, very good friend. And then a girl that I was dating at the time came and sang some just some vocals and stuff, sang some pop songs like Billie Eilish and stuff, and it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was like really great actually. Yeah, I love Mellow Mushroom. Mellow
oh
Mushroom
yeah.
is the vibe though, like
Hmm.
you get like a nice day,
Oh
like
yeah.
a Mellow Mushroom to me is like a Monday or a Wednesday or a Thursday kind of day. Like, right in the evening
Hmm.
before the sun goes down. Like, that's just the vibe.
Oh yeah.
I really love your system here. I think that is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's the only thing about it, it's kind of small. Like,
Well, see, I prefer the fact that it's not really that large of a screen
mm, mhm,
and that it's got more, like, you could sit here and actually type out the number that you want to call if you want. Or your controls are larger than the screen.
mhm,
I would rather have separate control, like physical buttons, than
mhm,
have the screen have all of the buttons on it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm
mhm.
sure that's probably touchscreen.
Nah,
Really, it's not?
nah, nah. This don't do nothing.
Wow. See, I actually prefer that. I like
Yeah,
that it's like you have to physically, like,
yeah. I gotta manually
button.
go in like media back to my phone.
But see, for me, that's
Then
much easier because if I'm in a car where it has that, I don't ever have to look down.
mm,
Like, just
mhm,
because by that point you can just feel and you know where it's at. On a screen, you have to look down to make sure that you're hitting it right.
mhm. Yeah, and I got like basically everything right here. I got on my steering wheel as well. So then
Ah,
I can like mess with the music, turn it up, turn it down, change the song, whatever. I can answer phone calls,
yeah, I mean that's
voice
pretty
command or
modern
whatever.
for
Yeah.
most new vehicles.
Hmm.
That makes sense. All right, so we're getting back out on the road.
Oh yeah.
We have pizza was phenomenal. It was
Oh
great
yeah.
pizza.
Delicious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of upset I hadn't gone there sooner this semester. Because
Yeah.
that place has been there, and they come to some of our tailgates and games and
Oh
stuff.
really?
Yeah, I've seen them at a couple football games. So there's a little story that I've heard that I would like to ask about, if you're willing to tell it on the podcast. That hitting deer and mustangs does not really go over so well.
No, it does not.
Uh,
So about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I was driving to a scrimmage to play basketball. Like I played basketball in high school. So I'm gonna go to a scrimmage to play some school.
yeah.
On my way, it's like 6 in the evening during the fall. So it's like light out, like it's just turning like dusk or
Okay.
whatever. So it's like getting a little dark out. I can still see fine. But I'm not even like 2 miles out from my house. Like that's like I've heard that's where you hit your most deer is like within 10 miles of your house or something. Like something like that. But yeah, I was just going up these curves, listening to my music, and I see a deer slam on brakes, and nah, he just kept on running, and I hit him, knocked him back a little bit. He I took more damage than he did apparently. Like he kept on running, and I was like, well, at least I got some proof that I actually hit him. I got some like fur, whatever, left on my car, so I got all that. I waited like 2 hours for a state trooper to pull up so I can like actually get my
Insurance claim.
yeah. But so I missed my scrimmage because I was waiting for him, and turns out he didn't have to show up. Like he did.
No.
He didn't show up. He just
Yeah.
gave me a phone call and was like, "Hey, just let me know all the details. I'll put it in for you." And I was like, "Well, I wish I knew that an hour and a half ago."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how bad was the damage?
So I hit him on my driver's side in the front. Yeah. So it took out my light. It buckled my hood. It completely
Golly.
cracked my front bumper. So I had to get like everything replaced.
And when did you get this car?
Fall of my senior year, so about 2 years ago.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, it was like 7,000, almost 8,000 in damage. But
Golly, man.
luckily, you gotta have insurance, people. Insurance. That's it paid for everything for me. Since it wasn't my fault or whatever.
Yeah, you got lucky with that one.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It took them like 3 weeks though. It took them a while, but I ain't complaining. I got my car back. It's been good ever since. Haven't hit no more deers. No more deer. But yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. My mom had a Mustang when she was growing up too. Obviously it was like a very older model than mine, but she hit a deer one foggy night, and it about came through her windshield
Oh my.
when she hit it. It was pretty bad.
That's like ridiculously bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but she managed, she got out. She went to someone's house to use her phone, was able to call, and yeah. I got a whole lot better than she did. I just clipped it and it just messed up everything. She almost totaled it.
Wow. And the one thing that does not go well with cars are deer. You
Yeah.
just not, they don't,
For some reason, they just don't work.
yeah, it's that one thing. I don't know why.
Yes.
And I've never really understood why deer like headlights.
Oh, I don't know. It's like they just stop when they see them.
Yeah, I know. I feel like, you know, when I go hunting, I should just take a set of headlights and just like stick them out the bottom of the tree and just deer walk up and just freeze, just stare at it. Heck, they'll probably run into the tree and kill themselves. So I don't even have to,
They might.
waste ammunition or something. Although I haven't been deer hunting in years.
I've actually never been.
Really?
Yeah, I live out in the country in in Virginia, and I've never.
I'm not too big a fan of hunting deer. For me, there's I don't know. It's just not. It's not as interesting to me. I like hunting rabbit. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the fact that I don't have to just sit there the entire time. I can walk around, and I like that. And I love fishing. I really enjoy fishing a lot. Yeah, I love fishing quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I love fishing too.
And I'm glad we have the lakes on campus to go fishing at too.
I've yet to go fishing on the lakes on
Really?
campus. Yeah,
I've been once.
I keep on forgetting to bring my fishing poles.
Yeah, I think I might have to bring some next semester. The best time to fish is about 5 a.m. on a Saturday. It's just the best time to be
Oh yeah.
up on campus. It's because nobody's up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yes, I know I will not be up.
I try to do it once a month where I get up on a Saturday super early. I'll get up like at 4 if I can. And I mean, it doesn't happen every month, but like once a month, I try to make that a thing, and I'll go walk around campus, sit by the lake. Like it's just very peaceful time. There's no noise. The only noise that you can hear are the animals, the birds. Heck, you really don't even hear the birds until about 5:36, just because the sun's not up, so they're not chirping yet.
Yeah.
They're all resting. It's just a very peaceful, quiet place. So yeah, I don't know. You gotta get up and just, that's also like that's the best time, you know, to relax. You don't now, we are a podcast where we listen, talk about music and stuff, but that kind of mood where you just enjoy nature instead of listening to music, just listen to the sounds around you. That's good stuff right there.
Oh yeah. Sounds amazing.
And then, and I get back and I go back to sleep. Or I'll stay up and work on homework or whatever it is that I have to do. Oh, yeah, these hills are so beautiful.
And I
It's
love
just
the fence. I
gorgeous.
love the
Yeah.
fence. It's
And all the cows out.
mm-hmm.
This is the one thing that I love about America compared to other countries. Like other countries pretty much have similar terrain throughout the entire country, right?
Yeah.
America, we have a desert, we have lakes,
Got mountains.
we've got
Beaches.
mountains. Yeah, we've got it all. Like you name it, we have it pretty much.
Yeah.
Heck, we even have, people are like, well, what about like, we don't have like an Arctic. Yeah, we do. We got Alaska.
Yeah.
We've got islands. We've
Yeah.
got Hawaii and all the other islands over, Keys and all that. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the one thing that's so great about America. And what's even best about it is there's so much room to drive on.
Oh yeah.
Like you just, you can
You
drive
drive
anywhere and
days.
everywhere.
Like it's
Yeah. It's absolutely
you always hear
wild.
about how like you can go across like what was it like England in like a day or whatever.
Yeah.
You can barely make it halfway across the country in like 2-3 days.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah, because it takes me a full day of driving just to get back home to Kentucky. And, we're here in Virginia, and Kentucky and Virginia are literally neighboring states. Like, they literally touch, and it takes a full day for me to get from one to the other,
Yeah, like I remember one year my dad took me to go visit family up north in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I like it was like a day and a half driving, and like he did that pretty much straight driving. I don't know how he did it, but yeah, just
No stops?
like we stopped for like gas or like to use the bathroom.
Yeah, but no hotel?
No
Oh my
hotel. Yeah, the
goodness.
first time we did it,
Trucking through
just
it,
kept on
man.
going.
Just
He got
trucking
pulled over in
through
New
it.
Jersey for like driving too fast in the construction zone or something. So like they gave him a ticket, but he was like, "Oh, what?" Like it wasn't. It was
I don't
just
know.
because he had like out of state tags. I think they like targeted him.
Was about to say I work in construction over the summer, so I'm very cautious about not driving
Mm,
erratically in construction zones and
yeah.
stuff. I just try to do my best. I think there's a gas station up here to the left where we can turn around.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think it's like right up here. I'm wrong. It's not up here.
There's a roundabout at the end of this road, anyways.
Did they ever finish it?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, thank
Yeah, I had to
goodness.
drive through it.
Yeah, we figured that out the hard way like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
before Thanksgiving. Me and Caleb were driving up here for an episode, and I was going too fast because, and I say too fast, I was going 10 miles an hour, and I should have been going like 3.
Oh yeah.
And it just boom, and it sounded like everything just broke, and it was very scary. We like to not try to, you know, kill our cars.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So have you ever thought about going on a road trip in this thing?
Well, actually, over the summer, I drove down to Atlanta to visit a friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in this thing. Yeah.
I mean, you can't have more than 2 people in here. I know there's a back seat, but you really can't have more than 2 people in here.
Yeah, I try to stick to 2 people. Occasionally we can fit 3 people, but it's It's got to be like a small person in the back.
Like Armando.
Yeah, Armando's been the one that's been sitting in the back. Yeah,
I definitely couldn't do it.
I could not do it. Like it's not enough room. It's
Yeah, I think I would have to go with a larger car if I were to get a muscle car or sports car. I like, I've really, Corvettes really started to grow on me a lot.
they got some nice ones.
Yeah, the new E-Ray is really starting to become one of my favorites. I like the way that it was designed, the look of it. I mean, it's almost like Corvette's kind of dipping into that like supercar world where I mean they've always dipped into that world, but they're like really getting into it now because the new Corvettes look like, they had the very similar body styles of the Lamborghinis and McLarens and Remics and things like that.
Yeah.
And so they're really starting to just grow. And I like that quite a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
My stepdad keeps on joking around saying he's gonna get a Corvette, and he's always.
They're cool.
I know they're very nice, but he's like 6'4". He's a big dude. Like he's physically big. I'm like, dude, how are you gonna fit in it?
The new ones aren't that bad. They're really not. Like they're fairly large. If you get one from if you get one from about the 90s on, they get much larger.
Yeah.
It's easier to get in and out of them. They're built a little bit better, things like that. They're pretty great. I like. I don't know which. I think I would go with the Corvette over the Mustang.
Oh yeah.
Just because I like the way they drive better. Mustangs are great, have great handling. I mean, obviously they handle like Fords.
Oh yeah.
However, that's probably the biggest difference. So I drive a Lincoln, which is essentially a Ford. So I'm used to that kind of powerful muscle car style drive, and I like that. I like the handling of a muscle car, but I love the like just that smoothness of a sports car.
Yeah.
Like Mercedes, BMW, and that's kind of where Corvette leans towards. They have that nice smooth drive. And I'm not saying that, this doesn't have great handling. It most definitely does. But it's more of a muscle car than it is a sports car. But yeah, I really like it. We were talking earlier. I don't know. You probably did say this, but I just didn't listen. Who knows? I'm always in my own world. I'll probably see it on like post when I'm editing everything. But we're talking about music. What is your what kind of music have you been listening to? I know you said that you didn't really listen to too much recently, but like,
So
when you can fit a song in here or there.
So I only listen to like hip hop, rap, or like R&B. Like I don't listen to much. I do listen to some country. Like I do like Morgan Wallen. Like
I'm not a
I like
Morgan
that.
Wallen fan.
Yeah, I like that type of.
Yeah, he's a little too racist for me. Not a Morgan Wallen fan.
Yeah, but I do like the old country. Like older country. Like I like that. Like some like early 2090s country.
I wouldn't consider that old country,
well,
but
like
yeah.
compared to what it is now, like I'd consider it old. Like
Fair
some
enough.
George Strait, Brad Paisley, Toby Keith.
Okay,
like
that
stuff
makes
like
sense.
that. Jason Aldean.
Yeah, okay, that all makes sense.
That's like
yeah.
my peak country. That's the best in my opinion.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. What else is there? Well, okay, so you said that you listen to R&B, right?
Yeah.
What type of R&B, what's that playlist look like?
So I listen to like a lot of like the female. Like I love SZA,
Okay.
Gene Aiko.
So you're doing more modern stuff.
Yeah.
See, I consider that more hip hop than I do R&B. But yeah, I understand. That makes sense. When I think of R&B, I think of like more of that like kind of Memphis style stuff. Almost like a smooth jazz. I mean, it is R&B, rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
That's I'm when I think of that, I think of that kind of, Isaac Hayes, Otis Redding for sure.
Yeah.
Although I think Otis Redding is more soul
Mm.
than he is R&B. I think Isaac Hayes is more R&B than he is soul. If that,
Mhm.
those are those are kind of the vibes that I get. Do you listen to Christmas music? Christmas is coming up, it's holiday season. Do you listen to Christmas music? And if so, like, I mean, because there's not too much in the way of hip hop
Mhm.
holiday music. There are quite a few songs, but just overall, generally, most Christmas music is either pop or jazz.
Yeah.
So what do you do for, that holiday season kind of stuff?
I honestly don't listen to too much Christmas music. Like if I'm just in my car driving around, I never put on Christmas music just to listen to.
Even
But like if
in
I'm
the
riding with
holiday
someone else
season?
and like they have control of the radio and they put it on, like I'll listen to like any Christmas music. Like I don't mind.
Okay,
I
like
don't.
me this morning. So in other words, you're
Yeah,
saying don't play
yeah.
Christmas music when you're riding with me.
I mean, like I don't mind. Like I'll honestly listen to any music in general. Like as long like I don't mind. Like it's not gonna put me in a bad mood or anything.
Yeah.
But I just prefer like my selection. But like I'll listen to anything anybody puts on. Like it does not matter.
So I tell most of the guests this, whether on the podcast or off podcast, and I don't know that we've really ever had this discussion about music. When it comes to music, there are like a few different types of people. Okay. There's, the kind of people that they have their set genres and they're only loyal to those genres, right?
Yeah.
And you have people like me who listens to basically every single genre, but goes around, it goes in kind of like a loop of what I like,
Mm-hmm.
one kind of, one day or season or month or week or whatever, I'll listen to just one specific genre. And then the next I'll be listening to something completely different, but it goes kind of in those little rounds. Do you do that? Or is it like just, hip hop, R&B, rap, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty solid in my music selection. Like I got like a one or two playlists
Yeah.
where it's just like the same genre and I just play that all the time.
So I would assume your Spotify Wrapped was like the same songs that you've
Listen to all year, pretty
every
much.
year. Like
Yeah.
it's like 4 years in a row. Your Spotify Wrapped is like the exact same song.
Yeah, it's pretty like I don't really use Spotify, so I have
Do you do Apple?
yeah.
Okay.
But it still tells me like my like top artist of
Yeah.
whatever. Like half this year it's been like Juice World, J. Cole, or like Kanye.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Okay. I like Kanye's got some good stuff. Not the biggest fan. I love Juice World. Caleb and I talked about this. I think Juice World is one of the best poets.
Oh
I
yes.
mean, and anybody can argue with me. I'd be more than happy to sit and argue with them about whether Juice World is a poet or not.
Mm.
He most definitely is a poet. Gee, Liz.
Sorry.
Got signs all over in the
I'm not
road.
hitting that sign.
Yeah.
It's gonna mess my car up.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit it either. But so it's like, I think it's pretty awesome, Juice World. Yeah, he's definitely a poet.
Yeah.
All of his lyrics and stuff. And if you ever hear him do freestyle, it's so like everything flows so well. There's only one other artist in the hip hop world that I think can freestyle like that, and that would be Eminem.
Mm.
Just because he has that kind of that style, where he's able to do
Yes.
like he's able to move and write quickly, and it's poetic. It's not, super cheesy necessarily. Like
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I also like fun freestyles almost.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
people that like play around with their word schemes and like stuff like that. So like if you ever watch or listen to like Ski Master Slump God, like when he does his freestyles,
Okay.
like those are really good. Like his flows are amazing. It's good like actual bars and stuff like that. And then there's also Lil Dicky. If
Okay.
you ever listen to him, he's got some pretty crazy bars that are good.
See, I don't listen to either of those guys. Not my. I mean, I have when I'm with buddies. Some of my buddies listen to them. Now, Caleb and Tyler, main guys that I hang out with, pretty much all they ever listen to is Young Boy.
Yes.
I take that back. Caleb doesn't just listen to Young Boy. Tyler, that's like all he ever listens to, and it's like, dude, you gotta widen
Yeah.
your range. Like Young Boy's good. Don't get me wrong, he's really really good, but widen that range up some. Like there are other really really great hip hop artists. You know,
Yep.
and I've had this argument with many of people before that hip hop is most definitely like rap
Mm.
is definitely a music genre.
Oh yeah.
And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from the old folks that listen to the podcast. So be it. Write in the comments. I probably won't even respond because I don't care. But like rap and hip hop is definitely a genre of music, and it is music. There's no debating that. So I don't know. Did you ever try making your own beats? That was
So
the big
like,
thing when GarageBand came out. Everybody was like, "All right, let's make a beat."
yeah, that's so last year I took like a music class. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I just needed it from like my core, whatever,
yeah,
to get it out the way. But I like really loved that class, and like I was trying to like make some like piano beats or whatever, like
gotcha.
making melodies with pianos and stuff like that. But I uh always thought I would make a career in music, to be honest. Like before I came here, like I
Yeah,
always wanted to be like either like a singer, rapper, or like make my own producer, be something like that.
yeah.
But it's not. I don't think it's for me, to be honest.
It's tough. It's
It is
very
very tough.
difficult. Yeah, it's a the music industry is a very difficult industry to get into.
Hmm.
And the issue is once you're in the industry, you have to constantly be like appealing to everybody
Yeah.
or they're going to get mad at you and try to kick you out of the industry.
Hmm.
So it is a very difficult industry to live in, and there's a lot of standards that are pretty difficult and tough to deal with. It's like some of the common things in the music industry. It's like, why? Why is that something that should be, like nobody should be doing that? Why are we still doing that? And it's like, well, that's just tradition. That's standard. It's like, no, don't do that. And then everybody gets mad at you because you're like, no, I don't want to do that.
Hmm.
So I think it is a very difficult kind of industry. That Mustang does not look nearly as nice as this one.
That was actually my favorite body style.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
So like
gosh.
that's what I test drove before I got this one.
Would you like to describe what that was for the listeners since that's your favorite body
Yeah,
style?
so that was fifth gen Mustang. It was like a blue. Come on now.
I'm not a big fan of the
Well,
fifth
I
gen.
love the fifth gen. I don't know. It's just something about it. Like the front end, just
It does look much
it
more like a
looks
muscle car
like
though.
it looks like the old. It reminds me of like
Okay,
old
that's fair.
ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, these like this is a sixth gen, and it just reminds me of like it's like definitely a new vehicle, like newer car.
Yeah.
Like even like the next gen, the seventh gen. I think it's pretty sure it's out. Like the new ones that they're making, like those are like future cars almost. Like it's crazy how different each generation looks.
Yeah.
Which I like it. Like I don't mind. Like I remember we talked about the Dark Horse earlier today.
Yeah.
Like on the back of it, it has each gen body style on the back windshield
Mm,
to show it.
that's cool.
On the inside, you can like change your dash controls to make it look like the inside of like a Fox body Mustang or like whatever gen you want.
I don't think I ever knew that. That's actually really
Yeah,
cool.
it's like really cool. They sound amazing. It's got like it's like a race car built for like roads,
Okay.
but you have to drive it like you have to take it out every once in a while.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about this. I have to say, when it comes to sounds, as I showed you earlier this morning,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single car that comes close to the sound of an F-type Jaguar. I mean, that just they when you start it up, it roars like an actual Jaguar. And I love that. I mean, gotta love yourself a good Jag, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know that it would be that, but it is, you know, Mustangs do have pretty cool sounds, especially the older ones.
If you get like a Cobra or something
Yeah,
like that,
okay.
that sounds
Any of the
so good.
Shelbys are gonna
Yeah,
sound good. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Shelby's got great vehicles to begin with, so any of those are gonna sound awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's not really a fair
I
comparison.
remember. I remember when I was in high school. Some parent had a Cobra Shelby, and it was like maroon color. It was
Ooh.
it was nice. Like
Now
it
was
was like
that
this generation too. It was
that
like
was
a sixth gen.
Mustang, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was a 6th gen
See, I've thought
Cobra. I
about
was like, holy crap.
if I were to get something like that, I would want just like not a Mustang, but like the Shelby Cobra, like
Mm,
the actual like Cobra car itself. I think that would be kind of fun to drive around in. And I think my dad and I were talking about that because I was talking to him. I was like, it would be so cool if I could get a car for specifically for the podcast that we could build and
oh
work on
yeah.
and take out and race and stuff. And he was like, you should get a Cobra. Let's go get, get a Shelby. Like those things are just bad. I mean, they're awesome and they're wickedly fast.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Nice. Well, Coy, it was very nice having you on the podcast.
Oh yeah. It was nice doing this.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. We'll have to get you back on.
Of course.
Maybe we'll do a little review of the car. And yeah, thanks for joining us. For our listeners and viewers, leave in the comments what if you like Mustangs or not, and what your favorite generation Mustang is, and favorite year, color. And yeah, if you like the orange or not, we'll see if we're gonna bash on Coit today or not. Yeah, leave in the comments your thoughts about the Ford Mustang and your favorite Mustang. And until then, tune in for our next episode next week. We got some special stuff. We're going to be talking about Spotify Wrapped. It's that kind of the end of the year. And we're excited to get into the Christmas season and, get into Hanukkah and whatever you celebrate. We're very excited to get into this, this holiday season. So until then, thank you, Coy.
All right.
And we'll see you guys later. Tune in next week.